when I was
okay, well, just so you know, we're live right now.
Oh my god!
So, welcome everybody. This is Oily Trash Movies, the only podcast where two people say unfunny things for an entire hour. We're your hosts.
Hello.
I'm Daddy WarBux.
And I'm Bublegum Barbie.
And we're gonna build the Tower of Babel using this podcast as the foundation.
Yes, as well, right after this recording, we're gonna take an 8-hour nap.
It will be an 8-hour nap. I'm excited for today. Last week, what did we watch last week?
Last week, we watched, that...
Oh, that Freeze movie. Yeah, that was okay.
It was really good. I liked it a lot the second time as I watched it for the editing. I realized I really did like the movie.
I enjoyed watching it. It wasn't a good movie, but I did enjoy watching it.
It wasn't a good movie, but for what it wasn't a terrible movie. And for what we've seen in the past, it was not as oily.
Sure, and we even ranked it pretty low on the oily scale, so we called it as we saw it. This movie is a bona fide slasher. I'm super excited. It's called Kill Her Goats, and it's obviously leaning very far into the intentionally campy side of things.
Oh, I'm very excited because, you already found out I love slashers. Freeze had good slashers. Freeze had really good slashers, even though it wasn't necessarily a slasher movie.
It had good kills, is what, like, when they ripped the guy's throat out, the guy getting the dynamite rammed into his knife wounds, pretty intense
I love that
stuff.
Part. Just walking away. Oh gosh, it's so great. The explosion was very what are they called? The pyro.
The ichthyoids.
The people who play with fire.
Pyrotechnics, pyromaniacs.
Yes. It didn't have any of that, as you can tell with the production. So that was one thing at the Earth's core had, and that was something Freeze was lacking.
We do love explosions in our films, and one thing I did read about this movie is that it's all practical effects. There's no CGI.
No CGI? Are you serious?
No CGI. It's like the costumes, the monsters are, I guess, I'm assuming rubber suits shaped to look like.
So they have real goats?
They have real goat. There is a real goat in this movie.
Oh my god!
And I have the what is this called? The movie poster pulled up here, and it's just a woman completely drenched in blood. Which I think for the entirety of Alone at Night, I don't think there was any blood visible. Maybe like once or twice, but
yeah, there wasn't that much. Yeah. So I was doing.
It's gonna be very gory in comparison.
So I was looking at some of the cast, and I was more curious about the women, obviously, in this. One is a Playboy bunny model. Another one is like a model. I guess she's pretty big in Australia. And I was watching one of her documentary clips that she has, and she was like homeless it was like a homelessness experience. So that was really interesting. And then the other one, I believe, is the main actress for this film. She's a very serious actress, but...
I love that in this movie, there will be a homeless model.
Yeah. So she's main actress. The roles that she usually takes is the hot girl, usually. So I'm really excited to see this.
I do believe this movie's got a lot of hot girls in it, too, so...
Yeah.
Another reason to be excited.
Yeah, I really love the goat in the background in the movie poster, and it's just a guy with what is it?
It's goat face.
Is a chainsaw?
Yeah, it's a bloody chainsaw.
It's just drenched in blood. It's crazy.
All right, are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's
go. What did it say? I didn't read it.
I don't know. The Tupp family... they were fur traders. I'm assuming goat fur, maybe? We'll find out. They're all gone now. This is boring
old age
background exposition. This is an accurate depiction of events that followed the purchase of the Tupp house. Alright,
so
jeez. I don't know about that being completely silent. That was sort of...
I know,
I'm already exhausted now. Ooh, getting getting frisky.
I love these types of camps. These are fun. You ever go tent camping?
Have I ever been tenting?
Yeah.
A few times.
Oh, it's so much fun. A couple years back, the scariest experience is that we had a mountain lion visit the tent. Spooky.
Oh my god, the goat just got slashed by the slasher. Whoa.
Oh my gosh. She's just casually in there topless.
This is my kind of movie.
He'll promise to say yes if you promise it's big. That what she said?
Yeah. Oh, they were talking about an engagement ring, not his dick. Get wrecked.
Oh, they just said yes. They were about to get married and everything.
Wait,
so
this isn't even a chainsaw. It's a hedge trimmer. It can't even cut through the plastic rods of the tent.
Oh no!
I love it. Just slopping on gallons of fake blood. Wait, he's dual wielding hedge trimmers? Ah, nasty. Yeah, this is all gonna need to be blurred out.
All of this. Oh man, this is so good. That was gross. Oh, I thought it was an old
Great gore
man.
effects, though. A tramp from the golf course.
You're gonna be running in the beach, yeah.
We got music. We're gonna have to mute all this. I'm actually surprised. I was scrubbing through the movie, just checking to make sure that the subtitles would fit, and I didn't see any nudity in the actual movie itself. This is just to get people hooked here.
On your mind. I know you're busy. Remember me in your free time.
I give this movie 1 million WarBux already, right out the gate.
I wish I could rewind. Talk is cheap, girl. You're expensive.
The women that are casted in this are really proud of this film.
Talk is cheap, girl. You're expensive.
I'm fairly certain we're gonna love, like, every moment of this movie. This is what cinema is meant to be. Gore and titties.
I'll disagree with you because I'm like not really into this kind of stuff.
You don't like just watching topless women dance around in circles for like 5 minutes straight?
No, I don't. I'm not interested.
Well, Bubble, you don't understand what is art.
So this is an Australian film.
I was assuming so if it stars.
Yeah, because the majority of the women cast are from Australia.
And this is already out in Australia, I believe, and it comes out, the American release is next month. I'm assuming this is an Australian beach here, which is why it's covered in horribly sharp rocks waiting to skin everyone's feet alive. Like, could you imagine throwing a towel down on that and trying to lay?
I didn't even listen to any of that dialogue for some reason.
They're bitching about someone's an ex-girlfriend. I don't know. It's relationship drama that nobody cares about.
Okay, cool.
Damn, we're going back even earlier now? Earlier this day again. Alright, see, this movie's fun. She's the responsible one who will live to the end. This house is very obviously in a suburb, and it does not feel scary. Like, this is the Tup house where goat men haunt. There's already continuity issues with the paper towels now being half unrolled. Now they're back rolled again. And now they're unrolled. This movie's driving me crazy already.
You see that penis-shaped art, War?
I do see that. Hold on, Bubble, your mic suddenly turned down to half the volume it used to be.
No! Okay, let me see. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're back.
That better?
You're back. That does look strangely penis-shaped on the wall.
It does. I can't think of anything else it would be. Okay, that was weird behavior. Like, why would you do that? And then she leaves her wine on the floor.
Yeah, with like the ring. Yeah, she just walks away with the wine on the floor.
Oh my god!
She's gonna kick it over when she comes back. I like how she moved into this house. I guess it's a family house. It's the Tup house, but it was her dad's, I'm assuming. So both the wine glass and the wine bottle were gone from that cutaway to the kitchen. Dude, her head is so close to hitting that ceiling.
Yeah, it is very close.
Man, look at that old-ass TV, keeping in line with the oily trash movie theme of old-ass TVs. Like, her head was bouncing up higher than the ceiling fan blades.
Yeah.
I don't know why the music is insisting this is so eerie, though.
She left her wine on the table. I mean, on the floor.
She did. Yeah, that is pretty eerie.
It's very eerie.
Oh, man, is somebody sneaking around? She's like, I gotta get my bags out of the trunk, and they're like grocery bags.
Oh, yeah.
Not like her suitcases moving in all of her stuff.
Ew, the bag was all gross. Look at that.
Yeah, why is it so dirty? Why is it oily? That oily trash bag.
The oily trash bag.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness.
That's like her friend in a goofy costume.
Yeah, it is.
Kind of rude, though, to tackle her when her hands are full. Oh my god!
Oh, I think breakfast is shot. Well, luckily, I brought
it was busted eggs
even though she's
in the bag, but they'd shot the scene multiple times, and the bag was already fucked up.
Continuity issues.
They didn't have an extra bag on set.
Mm-hmm. This film has had so many continuity flaws already.
Everything
Neighbor's fence is right there.
Yeah, I see it. Well, that's definitely the neighbor's house behind the shed.
Yeah.
Is she the one who grabbed the glass of wine from the floor and just started
She's
drinking
floor wine.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh
gosh. What was that?
my wine.
That I left on the floor like an idiot. Okay, well, I'm glad that they brought that back.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so glad you guys are here to pick up my floor wine that I stepped on.
Damn, we time-lapsed all night while she's showering. Whoa. This is the greatest movie I've ever seen. 100,000 WarBux.
Oh my god.
The best part is that this serves nothing for the advancement of the movie.
Yeah.
It's only here for perverted teenagers.
Yeah. And perverted WarBux.
Okay.
I like her character. So dumb.
You're super generous.
that metal cock on the wall.
Yeah.
We gotta figure out what that is.
I know.
Yeah, it's
the metal
subliminal.
cock. Yeah.
Dude, what if she, like, pulls it off the wall and bashes the goat monster in the head with it at
Oh
the end?
my gosh, that would be so great.
I can only hope.
I would be like, you just got cocked. Go, go, go.
Damn, we got another back-to-back shower scenes.
Summer, so cool.
Okay, she put on a shirt and is now taking it off.
She's practicing for the Coachella of cosplay.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. I still can't believe you got this house.
Fashion montage.
Why? I've always loved this house. But it's like you do.
Why does all of her shirts have the word muck on them?
And I'm
I guess it's like, it has to be part of like a, I think it's their, or it might be their sponsors too.
You know what, I was trying to figure out what...
House is a death trap.
They might be
What?
muck models.
What does that mean? Yeah, look, more
Like-
muck. Is that a brand
I
name? Is it a
Yeah,
Australian thing?
I guess so. Like, they could also be promo models, and they work for the,
Alright.
like, Australian, like, this is a sponsor. Yeah, look, the cock in the background, that's, like, their main focus, and it's the one lighting. They just want to make sure the audience
The
sees
only
it.
light in the scene
Yeah.
is shining right on that metal cock. Look, even her booty shorts say muck.
Yeah, it's a sponsor. I'm telling you, War. It is a sponsor. They got all these women to cast from Muck Company. The movie they're watching is like a woman in a bikini.
Yeah, it's literally the movie where they're watching themselves.
Yeah.
What if they pull and Alone at Night, and then that character in this movie is the one who's the real hero?
Don't be such a pussy.
I'm sorry that I don't like stupid horror movies with stupid naked chicks running around getting chased by chainsaws or whatever.
Some people.
It
And I
is!
guess that's why they still make them.
That's hilarious.
I like them, even though
I guess she doesn't want to watch the movie with her friends, so she's just going to bed. And turning out the light. Shh. Shh. Crosses herself before going to sleep.
Oh no, she's cold. I wonder why. Those blankets are vintage. I love it. Like those good cotton sheets.
Those classic vintage cotton sheets.
Yeah.
Circa 1920.
Mm-hmm.
The the wicker basket full of pine cones.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, you could tell she's a Playboy bunny because she's a terrible actress.
I'll literally just die.
I'll die. I'll literally just die.
I hope everything is awesome.
Being bad, though, is an art.
Yeah, it's, I mean, that's another staple of those terrible 80s movies. Like, none of these, like, women were ever hired for their acting ability. They were hired because they were willing to take their shirts off on camera. I want to see more shots of the movie that they're watching.
Aw, she gets to have a fire. The other one is freezing.
Yeah, it's true. She really was. She's such a white girl ass.
So I was reading on, like, Snapchat that, like, BBLs are going out of fashion because Kim Kardashian or the Kardashians are, like, working on, and China are working on getting their asses deflated.
Really?
The more you know. Yeah, the more you know.
Ah, big butts are going out of style, I guess.
So she's currently in style.
I guess.
Oh, she goes completely nude.
Gross. I wouldn't want some naked friend of mine staining my sheets like that. Leaving snail trails all over the place.
So gross. I've never heard that term before.
Oh, I'm glad to enlighten you. That's a Daddy WarBux original. I came up with that.
Gross. But true.
I hope that phrase pops into your head the next time you're eating something.
I love the dynamic. There's two blondes and one brunette.
I wish one of
Who
the
do you think
blondes
is gonna
was
die
a redhead.
first?
Man,
Well, it's obviously not going to be the main blonde. She's going to survive.
Yeah, I think the auxiliary blonde is gonna die first.
Ooh.
I'm still banking on there being a fourth
Why is
character
she in the
show up.
cemetery?
I don't know. This might be a dream sequence. This feels like a dream. She's like barefoot. She fell asleep while watching that scary movie, I bet.
See, this is like, you guys make
there's
fun
the
of my
goat.
voice acting, and this is the sounds that I was making. I was going, huh.
First of all, I
You guys
never
were
made
just
any
making
comments
fun of
about
it.
that. I never made any comments about that voice acting.
I guess Wild did. I was like, what the heck? You guys are jerks.
I may have said it to Wild and be like, listen, you gotta listen to this, bro.
And then it was like, huh, or something like that. Some shit like that. And then he's like, oh my god, what is this?
It was pretty explicit, to be honest.
No, it wasn't.
Well, we're gonna
It's like
play that
this
clip
one.
at the end of this podcast, and you listeners can decide for yourself.
Probably gonna cut all that. The entire discussion anyway.
You can't cut it. This conversation happened during literally the only part of the movie that you don't have to censor. Wait, that's the dark-haired girl in this dream
That's
sequence.
the brunette now. Oh my god.
Was it the other one before?
Yeah, it was the main blonde. So I guess this is the goat doing this. Like he's like Freddy. He's like invading their dreams.
The Tup House Cemetery, or the Tup Family Cemetery, I bet. Man, I'm loving this. This is like such classic horror movie shit. Nothing's even happening. But you know something, you know it's gonna go down. You know it's gonna go down. We're building tension right now. Hey, she pulled that sign out in the first scene, and it was still there.
Oh my gosh, she did.
Is she gonna notice it and be like, "Who put that back in?" All right, all right.
A goat
We got the
decided,
Dutch
I don't
angle
like these
now.
blonde bitches. Just
okay?
naked.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I left the snail trail on your sheets. On your vintage cotton sheets.
Oh, she saw him.
He's swiggity swooty, he's coming for that booty. God, this is so boring.
Yeah, it is.
Oh no, snail trail. Snail trail alert.
You don't have a dog.
And who was licking my toes? Oh man, they should have said that instead.
That's pretty funny.
Like this.
It was genius how they purposely made that dynamic on who goes up the stairs first.
Was it? Because they got the girl in the panties going up last so you can see her ass?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just jumping up and down with this knife.
Oh my god, guys, something licked my nipples. Ah! Panic.
Listen, somebody was eating my ass up there.
Ah, so bored.
The one room they didn't search.
Oh, no,
I still think it's the boyfriend.
There's just the teenage boys next door staring at them.
Or maybe.
Yeah, my god, like, all of the windows are completely open. Man, what a bitch. Like, help her find her phone. Oh, my phone's gone,
My phone
too.
is gone, too.
Oh, my god. Somebody took all of our phones.
Oh my god.
Ah, more wine spilt.
What you forgot about?
This movie has a lot of alcohol abuse in it.
What are they?
Yeah.
They're
She
hoof prints.
pooped.
A goat. This is so stupid.
I know, it's so dumb.
There's only one.
I give this 6 oily buckets of trash.
Bubba, we don't get the rate. Oh my god, it's a goat. Bad. Bubba, would you say this movie is bad?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Right off the bat.
There's like
Finally.
sparklers attached to it.
2 chainsaws glued together. This is like Star Wars, but with goats. No, they're gonna kill the brunette first. I'm so sad. She's just taking a nap.
Oh my god, a goat woman now?
Oh my gosh, it's a mud fight. Run in there. Save your friend.
Naked goat mud wrestling.
Yeah.
This is awful. This is such
Yeah,
terrible
it is.
acting.
This is so
and
bad.
dialogue. But this is Audra showing why she's the hero of this story. You know, she's brave.
You can do this.
Mm-hmm.
She's willing to risk herself to save her friend. Whereas this broad, I bet you she gets killed out here while she's waiting. And her cowardice is gonna be the reason for it. Oh my god. It's the goat. Oh wow, I guess she's been completely murdered somehow.
Oh man, they did kill the brunette
That's sad.
first. That's kind of sad that we didn't get to see how she was murdered.
Yeah. So was she killed in her dream? Like, what the hell was going on?
I guess so, yeah. It was a mud fight, and then she was just like killed and eaten.
Bursting in through the skylight like Call of Duty.
Now he
Oh,
has a
fuck,
different
yeah.
weapon. That one's cool. Sound effects were pretty good. It's a trap.
Phone in here.
Okay, so there are multiple goat people.
What if they like
He just rips her shirt
become
off.
goat people because they get like murdered?
Is she gonna escape this? Okay, so one goat guy has the hedge trimmers, and the other goat guy has that big sword. Ah! Impaled her! Alright, so we're not gonna be able to show this, but this woman just got impaled through the gut. It was awesome. This movie really relishes the bloody corpses, which I appreciate. So many movies just cut away. Alone at Night being the perfect example. Wait, did he rip off her jogging pants?
Yeah, did. So the way
Smart.
these goats work, they just get their victims naked little by little. She's gonna be almost naked by the end of this film. Gonna rip off her jacket.
Yeah, that's what, yeah, that's what happens next. Why didn't she get in the dinghy and, like, paddle out? Instead, she's getting in the murder house now. Like, you know there's been people murdered in that house. Where'd she go? I can't find her footsteps in the sand. Did she go into the murder house? We've seen in the establishing shots that there are houses nearby, lady. Sword is so cool. Looks like they just cut it out of, like, a piece of sheet metal.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Like, they got...
Props
they
department were really good.
I feel like they got, like, a first grader to draw a sword on a piece of paper and then use that as, like, a stencil.
Yeah.
It's just so overly dramatic. This is like the Jurassic Park scene in the kitchen, but with a goat monster.
Victim number 1 dead. Now 2 more to go. This is just a test and she becomes goat queen.
Yeah. Like, she puts the goat head on at the end. This is it. Is this the boyfriend? He's showing up.
This is totally the boyfriend showing up.
He's driving a Lamborghini? Damn.
Is this her mom?
Oh, man, I don't know.
No.
I should literally kill him. I should chop him up into 406 pieces, box him, bow him, and bestow him to his fucking mother.
Why is she there?
Because she's getting divorced, and she's coming to see her daughter, I guess. Yeah, and she showed up in, like, the middle of the night, when everyone would have been sleeping if they hadn't all gotten murdered. Oh, why are all the cell phones coming from the acid room? Ah!
She doesn't call 911?
Or, like, run in to check on her?
I call 911
Or, like, you
right now. Oh
you
my
could
God,
see
I
the
just saw someone
shadow
being
of
killed.
somebody, of the cameraman behind her. Did you see that?
Oh man, I missed that. I missed that completely.
Unless it's supposed to be the killer. But it looked like... It looked like a boom mic. It was some sort of boom mic. Police, yeah, I'm here at 1609. There's been a murder.
Yeah. Come with guns.
She's gurgling. She's been stabbed through the abdomen. Somebody ripped off all of her clothes.
Ma'am, did someone rip off your skirt? No.
Yeah, that's... Oh, shit. What a loser.
Still doesn't bother to call 911. Oh, it's so
Or, like, pick up the
infuriating.
chainsaw.
Or
which
pick
isn't
up,
a
yeah.
chainsaw.
Did he leave
it's a
his
cop-out,
chainsaw on
yeah.
the floor?
Yeah, he's gonna walk past and, like, step on it then. Oh, man, get a fucking axe to the gut, loser. Yeah, this woman's husband has been fucking tramps. She's pretty pissed.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was great.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, just keep hitting him. Why are you
She's so
stopping?
angry right now.
Killed her dad to steal the inheritance?
Oh my gosh, you're the one. How? What? You're the one who got stabbed multiple times.
Yeah. Hey, with an axe. Like,
With an
fucking
axe.
slammed
Like,
in
this
with
is
an
so
axe.
Stupid. I hate this movie. This is 7 oily buckets of oil if she dies.
Oh, man, I love the music that kicks in right now.
Yeah.
Like, Mom, we did it.
Oh, they're sisters. The actress is going to be so offended when she watches our podcast and you keep calling her the mom.
Oh. Great line. Wait, the sister's trying to kill the other sister now?
Why?
Because she wants the inheritance, maybe? What did he grab?
A mask.
Why are they showing these shots inside the murder house?
I know, it doesn't
There's nothing
make
in there.
sense. Eight oils. 8 buckets of oil.
I don't know.
He didn't deserve that. She is gonna be the goat. She's gonna take that goat mask. Rip her shirt off.
I don't understand. I lost the plot of this movie like 10, 12 minutes ago. I guess
Audra has really got some vigor for having been up all night, had her back slashed open, and is now killing random people. Yeah! Yeah! Wet t-shirt contest! They gotta do this weird editing to make it exciting. I'm not buying that woman could kill somebody by punching them.
I know, punching them, yeah.
I don't care how many wet sound effects you add to it.
The way the actress delivered the line, I tried to help you.
That would have been a great scene for that rock, where she picks up the rock, call back to that opening scene,
yeah.
and bash her brains out. You could have had a great effect there, too. Paper mache head, a bunch of raspberry jam splats out. Man. That last kill.
8 buckets of oil, now that you're mentioning that. This movie was boring.
Okay, Bubble. You're obviously not the target audience. Oh man, Missy's still up there with her ass in the air.
Yeah,
getting her feet licked.
It's okay.
No, it's not. She's dead.
Oh my god, this was a terrible movie. Ugh.
Bubble, you and I viewed this film from different perspectives, I think.
This is a waste of time. What did I waste? How many hours of my life did I waste watching this?
This was the
trash?
perfect kill her goats, man. What? So did the sister not die?
No.
Did the sister end up waking up? Like, is there an after the credit screen? All right, we've got outtakes now. I like how they're just showing off what terrible actresses they are.
Yeah. I told you, like, this is a sponsor. That's why they kept trying on their shirts. Musk is the sponsor for them getting these Playboy models.
This movie was just a sham to get Playboy Playmates naked on camera.
Yeah. So this is a porn slasher horror film. I wouldn't recommend this movie.
Throat cut right there was pretty amazing.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, that was good. What?
Oh, it was an actual dead goat's taxidermied head.
I do low-key want that mask. Like that, I was pretty impressed with that.
I like how they call it a chainsaw when that's not a chainsaw.
Well, they don't know. I bet you they never, like, cut wood.
Probably not. This movie review is dedicated... Oh, wait, hold on! Muck Kickstarter backers. What?
Okay, so this was a fan film for these guys.
Yeah, this was a very fan-servicey movie. And these are people who backed this. Like, oh, we're making a movie called Kill Her Goats, about killer goats. And we're gonna do it's gonna be nothing but classic exploitative trash.
A lot of people.
This is how I'm gonna fund my movie, I think. Is just go to Kickstarter and be like, listen, if you want to see a movie that has nothing but topless women in it and tons of awesome murder, donate.
Yeah, this was like all donation for all, like, from fans who just wanted to see Playboy bunnies topless in a movie and just getting murdered.
Yeah, that's all I want to see in a movie, to be honest. Alright, please tell me this is done. Alright, so that was it. There was no closure on the sister. Alright, so that was Kill Her Goats. Let's I'm gonna man. I don't even know where to begin, so I'm gonna say the story. What I didn't like about this story, where it fell apart, was, one, there are 2 murderers. One of them was the husband who killed the rich dad for money. Okay. That's a perfectly good motivation. That's why people kill people for money all the time in real life. But then, there was a second killer. Like, who was that person? She even asked him, who are you? And then she said, you know what? I don't care, and then decapitated him. So that didn't make sense to me. The sister suddenly turning evil? We're just speculating on why that happened. We don't know why. That I have questions about, and then she gets knocked out, and that's never resolved. So I have a problem with that. The dream sequences, I don't think worked. And it's almost like they fucked up their filming schedule, and they realized that they couldn't shoot the scenes where Missy gets murdered. So then they just did reshoots later where it's like, oh, we'll just have her get attacked by a goat woman in a mud bath, and then we'll just have her dead there. That didn't work for me. And that's actually disappointing, because I think having a female goat murderer would have added something to this movie if there were 3 goat people. You know, that's I'm thinking of the movie, I think, Strangers, where I think there was 2 men and a woman.
Oh gosh,
break
Strangers
into this.
is such a great horror film. Oh, that thing was spooky.
And I think you could use that that template where you have 2 guys and a girl coming to murder you. And I mean, like, you know, okay, so they're all part of this conspiracy to steal this person's money. I don't know. Like, have the woman goat person be like the tramp that the guy was fucking from the golf course. Like, you could have with just 1 or 2 throwaway lines, you could have tied in sort of those loose ends. There was no sort of Chekhov's gun. They even showed the dock and made a point of her saying, I have a dock. But then at the end, she doesn't run out to the dock and get on that dinghy and, like, paddle out, which I thought was sort of obvious. I think we could have had the axes established earlier, because really nothing in the beginning of the movie was called back on, I feel like. There's a lot of weak parts in the structure of the story, is my only complaint. But aside from that, this movie was just exploitation and gore and tits galore. So I give it 1 million WarBux.
You only have 10 million WarBux to give, War.
I have as many WarBux as I want.
I only have the logo for 10 million WarBux, so you have to say I give it 10 million WarBux.
How many did I first give it? What did I don't even know what I just gave it. Did I give it 10 million?
I don't know.
Did I give it 100
No,
million?
you gave it 100 million.
Okay, well, I give it 10 million. I dial it back, and I'm going to give it 10 million WarBux.
Okay.
How do you feel about this movie? Yeah, I can't figure out what this cock-shaped thing is.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. I'm thinking it's an elephant.
Hold on, I gotta hide your face here on the stream. I want to say it's like an Indian.
It's an Indian?
I like how at the beginning of the movie, this paper towel holder was full, but they had to keep using paper towels to clean up all the wine they spilled. You can see it's like, you know, very thin paper towel holder.
Yeah.
And then here, it's plump.
Yeah.
That one,
Like,
it actually makes
new.
sense, though, because they were using paper towels the entire movie to clean up all the wine they'd spilled.
Yeah.
And I love how even the sister shows up with the full bottle of wine in her Lambo.
Oh, yeah. That's so funny.
What are your thoughts, Bubble?
I like the slasher. I could always do with more slashing. I really was sad that I didn't see that friend. Like, I hated the third goat, female goat, who was in the dream sequences and never was established. But I think that the third female goat was the woman she ended up punching to death. So why didn't they just use her?
I mean, was she credited as that goat? The dream sequence made no sense. It was almost entirely filler.
It was filler because, well, it was there for an excuse to have a mud bath. I think.
The mud wrestling
that's
scene.
what. Yeah, they just wanted a mud bath fight scene, especially to maybe if this film was um for the fans, like they funded it and they asked like what they wanted, especially if like it was probably like a tier list. If they paid this much, they'll have what they want in their idea, and I think that's what it was. I want a mud
If we
bath
reach
between
this
two
funding
women.
goal, this funding milestone, we'll have a nude mud wrestling scene. Is that what you think
Yes,
happened?
yes,
It's
yes,
possible. I
yes,
wouldn't. I
yes.
actually would not discredit that.
I didn't really understand this sister scene. There was a lot of continuity issues. Obviously, there was a moment where you said that you spotted a boom, which I thought was great
Oh
and
yeah,
funny.
let's see if we can
Yeah,
go back to that. I don't even know. Oh
I
man,
I
I
would like
wish
to
I
go
had.
back as to why the sisters started fighting. I
Oh
want to know why.
yeah, I agree.
I
I'm
agree.
sure there was
Also,
maybe one line that said something, but it was so, like it was just suddenly they started swinging
yeah,
axes at each other, and we had no idea what was going on.
yeah. I also agree with what you said. You would have loved to see a little more of the clips of the film they were watching. Um, the effects group were really good. Like they really were great. The camera guys weren't that great. I think they were the weakest in the team. Well, besides the actresses, obviously, but they're just Playboy models and hot girls at the end of the day who are willing to get naked.
That's all you can
So
ask for, you
yeah,
know.
but yeah. So I'm not really. I mean, they're bottom tier, obviously, but I'm not gonna. They're irrelevant anyway because they're just hot women. Um, but the people who are in the film itself, the camera wasn't that great.
Okay, do you see down here in this corner? Oh, I gotta make my face invisible now. Where's the daddy WarBux? Boom. So right down here, you can see the guy following her with like the boom mic and the camera. See, there he is
Okay.
again. Do you see him?
Okay. Yeah. Ah, man, that's so funny. That's hilarious.
But still, a pretty
Um,
small technical issue. And then like
right. Oh, and the
the
bag,
egg on the
the egg
bag,
bag.
the oily trash
Ah.
bag that she was carrying into the
Oh, her
house.
jumping on the bed and being close to like decapitating herself. Oh man.
See, now both of the two friends had Wes Craven cheerleader shirts on, but that never came
Mhm.
into play. I guess the main character was also a cheerleader because she was doing cartwheels,
Oh, I guess so.
but
Yeah.
none of that
I
ever
guess they're
came
all
into
cheered.
play or was even mentioned. But of course, the star of the show, aside from the tits, was the
The
practical gore
goats.
effects. That woman who had her throat ripped out was great. The impaling
Mhm.
scene I thought was pretty good. The fake,
Yeah.
like the blood just being
Which
splashed, that was great.
the impaling is so sad that I don't think they're gonna be able to see it, the audience, the YouTube, unless you go
Yeah.
and see it.
Well,
I
that's
wouldn't.
incentive to watch this movie if you want to see that impaling scene.
Oh gosh, I wouldn't recommend it. It's not that great. Like,
Why did you
yeah,
not like
it's.
this movie?
I just didn't care for the story. It was badly written.
What would you have done to save this movie?
That's hard because, like you said, good actors essentially are really unwilling. There's really limited amount of people who are willing to get naked in camera and who want to see naked people. Like these are hot girls. They're all Playboy bunnies, essentially. Um, because that's what I would do to fix this movie, recast it. But what it is, it's gonna be difficult. I'd rather see hot women than like disgusting women. So I don't want to say that. I would have less dialogue. That's what I would do to fix this movie. Less dialogue. Like Drive is the greatest example of like the main character. He's like, I love that movie so much because that is the one film that I've seen that the main character says the least amount of dialogue.
The
And
silent
it worked.
protagonist, as you might call it.
Yes. I love that. So that's what I would do to fix this movie. Like, just like the good lines, like, oh, I'm gonna slash him to a million pieces. Like, let him rest in peace. I'll let him rest in pieces. Like,
See,
stuff like that was really
my
good.
favorite line. Yeah, oh yeah, you like that. Yeah,
just keeping just those things. Like, they're just
stuff.
like, ah, 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 which I think the audience would have loved anyway because they're hot women. So just them going,
people want to see this.
Woo! Yeah, stuff like that. Completely cut the dialogue and then keep like the good lines there, like the 1 sentences, 2 sentences. But then if you do that, maybe the story wouldn't be there. So maybe casting more characters like the actual actors who say the most things to establish. Yeah, you're right.
This is essentially the formula of Halloween and Friday the 13th, where you just have a bunch of hot girls. The story is just an excuse to have a bunch of hot girls take off their clothes and get murdered.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of classic horror, so this, like, you obviously don't like this film. I think you're just jealous that all these beautiful women starred in this film and you didn't get cast because you're not as hot as they are. I think there's a little bit of feminine jealousy that's preventing you from enjoying this movie.
I appreciate these women. Like, I really do 100% appreciate this women. The reason why I hate it is because the story just sucked.
I think you should have leveraged the bad acting even more and have, like, a scene where someone tries to get real emotional and, like, pretend to cry and, like, talk about something, like, serious. Like, just to show that these aren't even real actresses. I think that would have been, like, you know, the whipped cream on top.
Oh, what did they say? Go back, because this is when they started fighting. Go back.
Yeah, so I guess she attacked her just because she was, like, cutting off the arm of this guy. She says, bleed to death. And even though he's been... Holly already had stabbed him in the chest with the axe, like, 7, 8, 9, 10 times.
Yeah.
And then I think she got mad that Audra was going insane with bloodlust.
Oh, okay. So she was just trying to, like...
Which I think that was... So another part of this movie that really had nothing to do with anything was the Tupp family. We had that stupid intro with silence about some family from the 1600s. There was nothing supernatural that happened in this movie.
There was no music. It was just a bunch of, like, written stuff. That's so stupid. Cut that completely.
Cut that out. Like, we don't need anything about this being the Tupp house because that had nothing to do with it. It was literally completely irrelevant. It was a guy 100%. Trying to murder these women for money.
Exactly.
It was a Scooby-Doo type plot.
It was, okay, talking about Scooby-Doo, oh my god, this movie nailed it. This is exactly what I want. She, like, worked, she, like, tried to trap him, and she did, like, she trapped him in that murder house. She was, like,
clever.
While he was destroying things, and then she was, like, ready, and then just threw a freaking canoe at him. Boom. Like, that is perfect. So, okay, now that we mentioned that, I'm backing up on my oily trash. It's a 3 oily buckets. Pretty good movie, just because it succeeded.
Here was the scene where she gets drunk and then nothing becomes of it. Like, there's never a part where she's like, oh, I dropped the keys to the car because I just took all those shots of Jack Daniels and my vision was blurry. So I don't know why that happened.
Yeah, that was just so dumb. Like, I don't even know why you need this. Like, maybe, like, that's where it's the liquid courage, like that's why she was able to be murderous, because she took these 2 shots of Jack Daniels.
2 shots of Jack Daniels. I think the actors just wanted to get drunk on set.
Or maybe it's just a fucking promo. It's a promo insert. Jack Daniels was all about it. It's like, yeah, well... See, I would have had fun doing this, so I'm not hating on it too much. I just hated the story, really. Like, that's really what happened.
Yeah, I mean, don't watch this movie for the story. I agree with that.
It's a porno kind of fun type of slasher film. Hot women.
It's a classic type of movie that they really don't make anymore. You don't see these kind of movies.
I have huge respect for these women. I loved them. They're great. They're hot. They're beautiful, and they did a great job for what they were given. So they nailed that as well. So I
Here's where we can
I
see.
cared for them. I
Did you?
literally cared for I cared for them more than I did for Jeepers Creepers, where I despised everybody.
Oh well, sure. Those
people,
those characters were absolute awful.
They were awful. I hated every single one of them. I didn't care for any of them. When they died, I was like, whatever. With these ones, I was so sad. Like, I was so sad about the brunette. Like, and then I was even more sad that we didn't get to see her death. And then I was sad because the way she died, I thought that was cool effects. Like, her death was really top notch. Second to the first camper. She's the best. The camper one is amazing. I'm sorry, YouTube, you're not going to get to see it because she's topless. But her
throat was down, the cuts down her chest.
So, yeah, it was just like almost decapitated, but not really.
The opening of this movie, it didn't fuck around. They wanted they wanted there to be no question as to the type of movie you were going to watch.
Yeah.
And to its course, it wasn't like a bait and switch. Where this happens, I feel like a lot in like HBO television shows, where they'll front load like the first episode or two with tons of nudity and murder, and then it's like, oh, now it's like 8 episodes of boring shit.
I really don't like HBO the way they do it. It's very unclassy. I like this. This was classy. This was classy. Okay,
wait, there you have it. Kill Her Goats, according to Bublegum Barbie, is a classy film.
It was exactly what it's supposed to be.
True. This is a great shot here, just because you can see how close all of the other houses were. If she had just jumped in that dinghy, she probably could have swam there. Like, how's a guy with 2 hedge trimmers going to swim across a bay? Also, that wasn't a chainsaw. Those were hedge trimmers. It's a chainsaw in the movie poster. But those were... And at one point, they had the sparklers attached to the bottom of the hedge trimmers. That was kind of bad, honestly. But yeah, so this was Kill Her Goats, episode 9 of Oily Trash Movies. We have a very... I guess we're going to do it next week. Episode 10 is going to be Jurassic Games.
Oh my gosh, is it going to be April 1st next week?
It's going to be April 1st.
Oh my gosh, I've been waiting an entire year. We saw
this movie April 1st in 2022, and this was directly after watching another dinosaur movie, which was
trash.
Which was serious trash movie.
It was like 10 buckets of oil.
It was maximum oily trash.
It was so
And then we watched Jurassic Games, which we'll get into it next week, but let's just say to all of our fans and our 750,000 weekly
viewers, you guys are going to watch a movie that we love.
Next week is going to be amazing.
It's going to be great.
So, yeah, I guess to wrap up here on Kill Her Goats, I would actually give this, if we're doing 0 to 10 WarBux, I wouldn't call this oily trash. I'd give it a 6 out of 10 WarBux,
A WarBux? So you wouldn't consider this trash?
I don't think this is an oily trash movie, no. I was entertained the entire time. Even, the acting was terrible, but they never lingered on it.
There was some boring moments in this film.
Well,
what kept you entertained was the nudity.
Yes.
That's what kept you entertained.
It was very boring to begin with.
And that's very boring. The story sucked.
That's how you make a slasher movie, though. You can't have, it can't just be, 90 minutes of slashing. You gotta have that lead up and build up. And, Grindhouse. That's, the Grindhouse sort of school of thought, I suppose.
Well, I rate this maybe 4 buckets of oil, simply because there was a lot of continuity issues. The camera work wasn't that great. Audio was fine.
So you think this was worse than Alone at Night? Is that what you're saying? Or what was the last movie we watched?
The last movie we watched, it was worse than Freeze.
Okay.
The last movie
you think this was worse than Freeze? So
It was worse than
I like this
Freeze.
way more than Freeze.
Well, because of the nudity.
Yeah. I mean, beyond the nudity.
Okay, if you take away the nudity,
Fucking,
what would you rate it?
I wouldn't even watch this movie.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it is worse than Freeze, but it is better than Alone at Night. So I guess, what did I rate it? I rated it a 3.
We should start like keeping a spreadsheet of what we ended up rating all of these
what.
movies.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up on Alone at Night because I do dislike it even more. So I would say Alone at Night is a 4, and I feel confident on that.
4 buckets of oil.
4 buckets of oil, and this one, which is, what is it called? A Woman's Goats, or what?
Kill Her Goats.
Kill Her Goats. I would rate this a 3.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, so only because the dialogue wasn't that interesting. It was a lot of boring stuff. I didn't care for the story, but I cared for the characters, and I did like the slashing. It was entertaining. It was good. There were some golden moments there. It was funny. It was like the blonde, ditzy characters. They were beautiful. I had fun. Overall, I did have fun. I like this movie because it's cute and feminine. Like, it's just like, oh, look at us just being girls. Like that. I love that. Just
Sleepover in our new house.
Sleepover in our new house. And they're just having fun. They're just being so innocent and cute. Whatever, they're naked. Who cares? But they're just innocent and cute. Just being so cute. And then all of a sudden, these stupid goat guys come and kill them. So unjust.
I hate when that happens.
It's the worst. So it was, overall, I did like this movie, and I did care for that. I was very sad when all her 3 friends were dead. Oh my gosh. And then, I completely forgot that she's like, it's gonna be okay. This is better.
Oh yeah, while she's bleeding out and being murdered.
She's bleeding out, yeah, and then so her best friend kills her. Oh gosh.
Well, she did say something at the beginning like, oh, there's no way that somebody could go crazy living in this place, and then lo and behold, she goes crazy at the end.
Yeah, there was some good moments. There was some really good moments. So maybe I'll put it at a 2 every single time I talk about it. So I'll make a final decision next episode.
Tune in next week, folks, to find
I'm
out
thinking
what Bubble thought of this movie.
and I'm thinking between 2 to a 3 of oils of buckets.
Okay.
It's pretty good. I did like the slasher. I wish there was more slasher, but I did like the slasher. Is really good. I recommend it if you are into that kind of stuff, like Daddy WarBux is, where he loved the movie 100%, all the way to his maximum 10 million WarBux, which is a lot of dinero. So these girls are rich in WarBux mindset in movie making, so they succeeded in that. And for me, I'm kind of, I'm not giving any of my Bublegums. I would just share I guess I would just to hang out and be all with them. Ooh, how fun.
Bubble would split 1 Bubblegum between the 3 main actresses.
Yes. That's exactly.
So 0.3 Bubblegums.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I would do. But overall, it's a fun movie. If you're into this kind of
agreed. This is a niche film
stuff.
And yeah. I think, like, when I saw the trailer and I saw the poster, I knew that I was going to like this movie because it is a genre of film that I love. And if anyone out there is a horror fan, this is about as classic as it gets. I think most fans of this kind of movie are going to like Kill Her Goats. Don't your wife might not watch it. Your grandma isn't going to like this movie.
Yeah.
Your Christian evangelist friend, your feminist is gonna hate this movie.
Yeah,
but
your
you know what?
If you just like, gonna hate this movie.
If you just like pulpy trash films, this is the movie to watch.
Yeah. So I recommend this movie if you're like alone at night. I mean, it was tasteful. It was classic tasteful for sure. There's a lot of nudity, so be aware for that. but it had really good kills.
If you're between 12 and 16, you'll definitely love this movie.
Oh my god! I'm gonna cut that. You can't.
Because that's like, this is for teenage boys, you know?
Okay, yeah, they would probably be like, oh my gosh, yeah.
They're gonna love this movie.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna completely cut you.
All right, fine, cut that. All right, this has been, you've been watching Oily Trash Movies. Make sure to like and subscribe. We love you all. Especially, we love ourselves because we're also subscribers to this podcast, as we discussed last week.
We love our content.
Thank you to everybody, and most of all, thanks to Bublegum and WarBux.
True.
All right, take care, comb your hair.
And remember to mace directly in the face. Bye.
Bye. Wait, did you have something to add, or did you just want to get one more bye?
No, hold on. I want to redo that, and we're live.
I think you could just cut it. It'll be fine. Okay, yeah, we're live. Take care, comb your hair. Bye.